Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a boy named John. He was kind-hearted, honest, and hard-working. John worked tirelessly to earn a living and take care of his parents because he was always ready to help others. Everyone in the village loved him. One day, tragedy struck. His parents fell seriously ill and passed away. He was overwhelmed with grief and cried bitterly, left all alone in the world. He felt deeply lonely and heartbroken. Almost every day he would go to the large tree at the back of the village and sat beneath it, weeping in sorrow. One day, as John sat crying under the tree, a fairy appeared before him. The gentle fair asked him what had happened with tears in his eyes. He told her that both of his parents had died and that he was now alone and filled with sadness. The fairy felt compassion for the honest and hard-working boy. She comforted him, telling him not to lose heart and encouraging him to be strong and continue striving for a better future. Then she made him a remarkable offer. She said she would take him to a treasure vault. The fairy explained that the treasure vault was located very close to the sun, so they had to go before dawn. John was allowed to take only one treasure, and they must return before the sun rose. After hearing the conditions, John agreed without hesitation. Pleased with his decision, the fairy then led John away, guiding him toward the hidden treasure vault. True to his promise, John took only a single jade stone. After that, his life changed completely. He soon became a wealthy man. However, he did not forget his humble past. He lived his life with purpose and kindness, providing jobs for many people and helping those in need. In this way, John spent his days doing good and bringing happiness to others. At that time, there was a neighbor named Naba who grew jealous of John's success. Consumed by envy, Naba could not sleep or eat, constantly wondering how John had become so wealthy. Day and night, the question troubled his mind. Unable to bear it any longer, Naba decided to ask John directly. He followed him everywhere, repeatedly questioning him about how he had gained his fortune and demanding to know the secret behind his sudden wealth. Kind-hearted John told him everything that had happened, hiding nothing at all. The moment Naba heard John's story, he decided to do exactly the same. He went to the great tree at the back of the village and pretended to cry there. Before long, a fairy appeared and gently asked him why he was weeping in such sorrow. Naba lied, saying that both of his parents were gone and that he was living all alone in the world. She told Naba that she would take him to the Jade Mountain. Just she had spoken to John. She spoke to Naba as well. The mountain was so close to the sun that they had to set out before dawn, while the world was still dark and quiet. They would have to return before the sun rose into the sky. She also warned Naba to take only one single piece of jade. Naba quickly gave his promise, and so the fairy led him to the treasure vault. But from the very beginning, Naba had a secret plan of his own. Greed filled his heart, and he began taking not just one jewel, but many, again and again. The fairy warned him, "You may take only one. The sun is about to rise. We must go back." But Naba would not listen. Unable to reason with him any longer, the fairy finally left the treasure vault alone. Blinded by greed, Naba failed to notice the rising sun. When the heat of the sun poured down upon him, he was burned and perished there. Only watch in shock and sorrow at Naba's greed and broken promise. He would not listen to her words, and she could do nothing more. With a heavy heart, the fairy spread her wings and flew away into the distance.